Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for your patience. Sorry, there's been a little bit of a delay. I was having trouble logging onto Facebook, so I'm coming to you from my iPhone instead of my desktop. So we'll do the best we can. I know I've got it vertical, kind of optimized for you if you're watching on a cell phone, but you'll get the long, skinny version if you're watching on your desktop. But at least we're connecting. I'm happy about that. So today is going to be a little bit of relaxation and clearing for the lymphatic system. Our lymphatic system, bless it, is concerned with ridding our bodies and cells, intercellular fluids of waste material, so very important for the immune system. And if we're sedentary, we need to do something to boost our movement because movement really assists lymphatic flow. And also deep, smooth breathing, yoga style or qigong style, also boosts lymphatic flow. So we've got a lot of tools at our disposal. So for those of you who want to practice seated, I invite you to stay on your chair. I'm going to stand up to model and invite any of you to stand up if you'd like to, just because it's going to work better with my format this morning. And I'm going to walk back a little bit so you can see more of my body. So here we are. We're going to plant our feet, whether we're standing or seated, and feel our feet, even look at our feet if that helps us connect, bring us out of our thinky parts and into inhabiting more of ourselves. And just bend the knees a little bit if you're standing. Press down with the feet, seated or standing. Bend the knees if you're standing. Everybody presses with the feet. Straighten up if you're standing. And rest the hands on the belly. Imagine a string pulling you up through the crown of the head so you're already becoming lighter, longer, and have some support from above that gives you buoyancy, as well as the rooting from below that gives us stability. And when we have that vertical alignment beginning, we can start to inhabit our most beautiful posture. We can imagine ourselves confident, standing up for ourselves, and just being our most fruitful version of ourselves. We also want to bring a soft smile to our practices, so that also brings a lightness, and it helps us to remain positive so that we can focus on blessings, on gratitude, focus on what's going well, and in that way we have more resilience to help us face those inevitable glitches and obstacles and even crises that come our way. So we stand at our best because we bring our best to whatever situation we're in, and let's feel our bellies and exhale with a soft sigh. Feel the sides of the waist and belly coming in, and then relax and just wait for that inhalation. Just let it flow into you, right into your belly, into your low ribs, into your chest, and another sigh. And this time let's bring the hands to the low ribs at the sides and inhale, fill low and slow. We want the bottom of the lungs to be filling, and exhale, sigh. One more time, we'll do it with the hands, belly and low ribs. And let's rest the hands. So we're going to continue with this breathing, but let's do a little warm up for the whole body. Exhale, if you're standing, you bend the knees. If you're seated, you just bring the hands into this position. Inhale, we're going to lift the wings, reach all the way up and touch the sky. And exhale, the hands sweep down to the sides and we soften. And inhale, let that breath flow low into your ribs and you're reaching high on top of that. And we'll do one more set. Exhale, softening. Inhale, we want to learn to breathe in through the nose. Interlace the fingers, press the hands up. We're going to stretch our posture. Do a little side bend on an exhalation. Rise up on an inhalation. Another little side bend. Inhale up And exhale, painting some halos. These can be small little halos above the head. For some of us, maybe we're going to dip them a little further back, but always comfortable for us at this moment. Find the pleasure in your movement, and let's circle those halos in the opposite direction. And if your shoulders say, nah, I'm not happy that high up, paint your halos here, or be creative, maybe behind you. You can have lots of different ways of getting these circling actions and explore different possibilities. So this has already been opening up our chest and our armpits, and we're going to do a little heart clearing, because sometimes tensions, emotions, our own or others, can get clogged. So we want to apply the energetic Drano to open those channels. So we're going to use a sound, because sound helps energy to move even more. It amplifies the exhalation and opens our throats so we can get smoother at communication and trusting that we can say what we need to say and want to say. So the sound is ha. And just try it without anything else. Maybe hands at the bellies, hands resting at the sides. Ah, really rich, throaty ah. And let the sound be high, low, medium, wherever it feels really resonant for you. The sound alone, without the movement, is very beneficial. Let's try one more. Clearing out. Imagine it's just getting out any of the yuck. Ah. And feel what kind of inhalation comes into you after you've made a longer, smoother sound like that. Now the gesture, if you want to add a gesture, is going to be tenting the hands lightly above the heart. So we're connecting to the heart as an organ and also as an energy system. So the heart can sometimes get overheated or irritated or feel heavy and burdened by whatever is bothering us or is bothering the people around us, and we happen to be helping by carrying, or we're just taking on. Those of you who are empathic, I understand, I am, we're going to feel more. There's a lot in the news, there's a lot around us, there's a lot within us. So this sound is going to clear any heaviness, it's going to relieve any irritation, unburden us, and then we're going to bring in lovely, lighter, healing, more buoyant energy. So the gesture is going to be pushing out with the palms, first forward, and then spreading that energy out and beaming it out through the palms. I'll show you one hand, pressing it out, and then we relax. And then softly we allow the fresh energy to come back to us. So here we are, inhale, tenting. Let's do it all together. Ha. Pressing out to the ends of the earth until the end of your breath. Then relax, soften, and inhale, allow the sweetness, the embrace of loving kindness and freshness to come in. Ha. Sending all the old stuff way out. You can bend your knees if you're standing so you feel even more stable. And then on the inhalation, we straighten the legs and we allow. We're not grabbing it and bringing it in, we're just trusting that when we've created a vacuum, we can bring something fresh and new. One more piece, if you like to work with color or if that appeals to you today, we can imagine dark, heavy, smoky stuff being sent away and beamed out far away where it's just released back into the energy field, and then bringing back, allowing in fresh, clear, bright red, a beautiful, vibrant ruby, strawberry, or my silly word that came one day, rhueberry. It's rhueberry, strawberry all together, whatever you like. So here we go. Draw yourself into your vertical alignment. Connect yourself to the bigger energies of earth, sky, of benevolence, of something bigger and more healing than ourselves that we can lean into. And we bring our hands to tent over the heart, and we're focusing on our precious hearts. Take a moment to smile into your heart and imagine your heart smiling back at you, so happy that you're paying attention to it. So there's a lovely acknowledgement and mutuality already. Take an inhalation, and here we go. Ha, we're clearing out. We're doing a house cleaning of that beautiful heart. And then softening, we allow the freshness to come in. It's like we've opened the windows and the fresh air comes in. Allow the inhalation to flow in beautifully, generously on its timing. We'll do one more. I'll turn a little bit on an angle. The intention of pressing it away, letting it go, and then relaxing and inhaling. And we're going to bring the hands to rest on the heart and smiling again into the heart and receiving back its smile and feeling the breath massage the heart too. Now the lymphatic cleansing carries on a sweetness and a delicacy. We're going to be stroking our own body like a gentle caress or a massage, very lightly, almost as though we have silky fur, and it's a real caress, so delicate that you feel the hair almost rising, almost ticklish. So that kind of delicacy. Most of the lymph nodes are close to the skin, many of them are on the front of the body, so we'll be focusing on that. And then the lymph, of course, is aided by the heart and its pumping. So from the edges, the fingertips, the toes, and so forth, those are the furthest parts from the heart. We're going to be encouraging that flow to return to the heart, to be refreshed and renewed. It's very delicate. Keep breathing. You can stand or sit, and we'll start with one hand. Vertical alignment, easy smile, very delicately with one hand, caressing and brushing the energy, guiding it to pour behind the collarbone and return home to the heart, where the blood and the lymph are going to be renewed and refreshed. And then turn that hand over, so we're going to be stroking the even more tender yin side or inside. And we're working with the natural, healthy flow of lymph, and we're kind of smiling into it, telling it we appreciate it, and giving it a little boost. Even acknowledgement is a boost. And now we lift that hand up, maybe we drape it over the head so we open the armpit, lots of lymph around the armpit and edges of the breast. So we're guiding, you can even do a little swirl in, taking the lymph from the upper arm and from the side of the rib around the breast. Whatever way you want to do it, you can't do it wrong. The intention and how you're connecting to it are really the most important. And then we allow that arm to just rest and take a moment, feel, notice yourself, just be with yourself. And let's gently come to the other side, ever so tenderly, lovingly, smiling into the lymph. It's a system, so it's not in one place. We don't want it stagnant. We want to keep the rivers of lymph flowing. And we want to assist any waste materials to be cleansed out of the body. Now turn the hand over and come up that very delicate side. So it's like almost like a butterfly wing caress. Very lightweight, very tender. It's not deep tissue massage. This is energetic. And then we're coming into the armpit. So a little bit swirly, some way of yours you want to cover the armpit, the side of the chest, a little bit of the side of the breast, and then swirl that back behind the collarbones to return to the pumping of the heart. And of course the heart and the lungs and the lymph are all like this. They just are a wonderful team. So now a little figure 8. This is around the chest and breast area. And even if you've had a breast removed, we still have energy signatures that we're working with. We still have scar tissue and emotions that we're constantly loving and healing and softening. And now we're going to come down to the foot. So of course toes are the furthest away from the heart, so they need a lot of nice encouragement. So I call this the hosiery department. We're coming down, and even if you can't reach the foot, you're going to imagine reaching the foot and imagine with all your senses stroking the foot. And if you can reach the foot, we're bringing the energy from the toes up the foot like a little footlet, then over the ankle, and we're trying different angles around the roundness of the leg. We're coming up to a crew sock, partway up the calf, a knee sock just under the knees, something that comes right up over the knees, then a thigh high. We're coaxing the rivers of lymph up, 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 a long channel, up the thigh, and finally half a legging all the way up through the hip area, and a little bit in the back of the waist, a little bit of lymph action in the lower back and the area between the hips and the ribs. And just pause for a moment before we do the other side. You can be still, you can be moving, just whatever your body wants to do, and see what that feels like. And now, lovingly, we'll do the other side. So beginning with the toes, beginning with that little, the little invisible sock you can't see inside your shoes, then the little sports sock that just comes up under the ankle, then just over the ankle, coming up partway up the calf and shin, just under the knees, the knee sock, a little bit just over the knees, loving the kneecaps, coming up to thigh high, and finally coming up into the whole leg and half pelvis. And pause for a moment, see how that feels. Remember your breath, your smile, and a little bit brushing up the back, and then a little bit guiding up through the abdominal area and pouring behind the collarbones. And now we're going to clear the lymph in the face and neck, because of course we don't want any excess fluid buildup here either. We're going to cross our hands with the fingers just around the shoulders, and we're guiding from the base of the throat. The neck is the bridge between the torso and the head, and we're guiding the rivers of lymph to pour down behind the collarbones. And now just up behind the ears, we're going to do a little up and around and down. So just behind the ears, coming up and then pouring down. It's like honey dripping down the throat. And then the whole head and face, just fingertips, just trickling, barely touching, pouring all the way down. You can do the front, you can do the sides, and you can also do the back. And now we want to complete by returning to the crossed hands and just gently coaxing, coming to land in the region of the heart. And let's finish by resting our hands. You can have them crossed or on the same side, whatever feels more comfortable to you. And imagine that the palm centers are warmth, and that this warmth is soothing your lungs and helping them soften. And the lungs are the neighbors of the heart. They're cuddling the heart. They're like pillows, cuddling the heart. And as the heart beats and the lungs pump, they have a beautiful, beautiful music they create together. Feel the breath, the wave, the gentle wave of the breath in the lungs, feel the beat of your heart. Smile into your lungs, smile into your heart. Smile into your lymphatic system as you understand it. Thank it for doing the wonderful work it does behind the scenes. And then let's slide those hands down and let them rest somewhere comfortable on the low belly. One last time for today, feel the feet rooted, the crown of the head suspended. You're at your most beautiful vertical alignment with ease, a soft smile, and now feel the breath dropping into your belly, expanding your belly. Everything low is opening. And know that this kind of breathing is called lymphatic breathing in some circles. And this brings our practice, our time together to an end, but it doesn't bring your practice and awareness to an end, because I invite you to take whatever shift or new feeling or calmness, ease, maybe you feel more connected to more of your wholeness, more of your body, more of your emotions, whatever it is that's beneficial, know that that is yours. And you can bring it with you wherever you go after this session, and you can come back to it through your memory, through a breath, or even through tuning back into the recording. So I send you many blessings, and I wish you an absolutely beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.